What's going on? This pool kind of boxing. Let's come on to talk about the Buatsi Bolotiniks fight. Man, that was a pretty good little scrap. You know what I'm saying? I thought Buatsi was just gonna come out there and wash my man, and but Bolotiniks put up a pretty good fight. Bolotiniks came out there, and he was tougher than I thought. Man, Buatsi, he looked like he was in a little trouble. He had to think his way through this one, man, because all them other ones, you just knock. See, when you just knock out a fighter, you know what I'm saying, and you don't go the distance, that means you're not tested. So you're not tested, and in this fight, Owasi was tested, man. He showed some flaws. He showed that he hasn't been like really going the distance in his fights, and it looked like he was having a little bit of trouble. Having a little bit of trouble. He had to like suck it up, and he had to dig deep because Bolotnis was tough, man. He was taking body shots, even though he was absorbing all them blows. He got dropped in the sixth round, and he got right back up and went to work. And you got to give it to Bolotnis, man. He was a tough cookie. And Buatsi finally had found an opponent he had to really break down, but he had to think his way through because Bolotnis was catching him with those overhand rights, man. Those overhand rights was hurting Buatsi. You know what I'm saying? He was getting hurt in this fight, believe it or not. And he was looking like Buatsi was looking like a special kind of fighter. But as you go up in competition, as you go up in competition, you're not going to look like a bulldozer. And he finally came up against some competition that can take some punishment and can absorb and give back and got some stamina. Okay, we got to see Owasi, face some adversity. And you heard Virgil Hunter in the corner, telling him, coaching him through it, which was excellent, telling him to go to the right, go to the body, and keep his jab going. And I was like, wow, Virgil Hunter is the man. You know what I'm saying? He's really coaching Buatsi, when he helping him think through this fight. And that shows you what having a good coach can do for you. When you're in there and you don't, you kind of, waning in confidence, and you can see Buatsi getting a little worried because Bolotnis was coming forward, putting the pressure on, even though he was taking a lot of shots, he was taking a lot of damage. But he's like a Timex. He take a licking and keep on ticking, and that's what he was doing in this fight. And man, that was a good little smash up, man, because they were going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Around the ninth, the eighth, the ninth, they were going back and forth. With the jabs, jab for jab. Wasi jab was a lot cleaner. It was a lot, he did better when he got in, but he takes a lot of shots to the head. His defense is something they're going to have to work on because if he's talking about fighting somebody like a Caleb Plant or somebody like a Canelo, he's going to get destroyed. Somebody who can crack a little bit, and you know, from watching his boxing abilities, he's going to have to work on keeping his hands up, moving his head is going to be a big thing, for Buatsi. He don't move his head, you know what I'm saying? He kind of keeps his head in one place. That's why he's getting timed with that overhand right. And Bolotniks was hitting him with that uppercut, and he was just taking them. He was just absorbing them, and I was surprised by that. He didn't make no, he made a few. Sometimes he made an adjustment by, controlling the range, And I was like, wow, I just thought Buatsi was better than, but this is a step up fight for him though. It's a step up fight, and but I thought this was going to be another opponent that he just come out and wash. I did a video a while back on Buatsi, and he was just getting rid of people. He was just knocking suckers out, man. I mean, he got the power, and his power came through in this fight. But it was good to see that, see him, getting a gut check and having to like think his way through. Somebody gave him, a little adversity so he could go some rounds, see that he could, pull it out. And you know, we gotta, see Buatsi in another couple of more fights before we say he's that dude. Because I could see somebody like Bojack, giving him some problems. I could see some Bojack if he fought Bojack. He probably couldn't beat Bojack. You know what I'm saying? Just from looking at him with Bolotiniks, I don't think he could beat Bojack. Right now, he needs some more experience. I don't know. Maybe that'd be a good fight. I don't know because um, Bojack, he's slowed down some. He's an older fighter, but the experience Bojack has in the ring is, he's a well polished machine, and so I don't think he could beat somebody at that caliber yet. Too much experience and just too solid. He probably just needs to take a couple of more fights. If he take a couple of more fights, he could probably fight a Bojack. He could probably beat no, he couldn't beat David Benavidez. I don't think. I think his hands too quick. He's just too. I think David is too big, too good. I think Buatsi needs some more time to develop his defense. Because he took way too many punches to the head, he just allowed the guy to, you know, land that overhand right over and over, and he didn't make no adjustments to it. So, he just need to develop a little bit more before he think about, moving over into the American market or trying to fight, any of the Americans at 168. I don't think he can I don't think he has the pure boxing skill. He's got good power. He's got good punching power. He got some good technique, but that defense is oh man, that defense ain't good, man. He was just in there taking shots after shot, taking too many shots. Now imagine if that was David Benavidez, and imagine if that was Canelo, and imagine if that was Bojack, any of these kind of guys that was in there. He would uh, he would be destroyed. Yeah, Boas too slow. Well, Boas got some speed. You could see. Boas, okay. He said, "What's going on, man?" He said, "Boas too slow, bad stamina, and not sure about his chin. He's not elite." Yeah, I don't want to say it, but damn, I don't want to say it, but damn, I don't like he would ever be at world level, man. God, no, I ain't want to say that, bro. I ain't want to say that. I think he's still developing. He only got 14 fights, and Kawasi hand speed is decent, but his foot speed, yeah, yeah. You're right. Oh man. Yes, sir. You are right, man. Good Lord. He was just taking way too many shots, man. I don't think he knows how to slip a punch, man. It's like, I mean, it's like he don't know how to get up under a punch, bro. I didn't see him slip nothing. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like he don't know how to fight going backwards. You know what I'm saying? He don't know how to fight off his back foot. He knows what to do when he goes forward. Um, if he find himself in a firefight with somebody, let me see, what you say, Aaron Yada. Let's see, I think the fourth best light heavyweight in Britain, Craig Richards, Yard. Yeah, I love Yard, and Callum Johnson. Oh yeah. I don't know about Callum, but yeah, maybe Callum. I don't know. Callum, he ain't been. To me, Callum don't shows the consistency. You know, what I'm saying he don't show the consistency. I didn't. When he fought Canelo, I didn't think he didn't have a full camp either. So I can't really say that because he didn't have a full camp. Canelo be pulling those abracadabra camps on you. Give you 4 weeks to train, 2 weeks to train, and then he come in there stunting on you. Let's see, Johnson. Yeah. So I wasn't impressed by this performance. You know what I'm saying? I knew he could. I thought he was going to destroy this guy within maybe 3 rounds. That's what I was expecting. I don't know if he had a bad camp or whatever. Says Callum hits hard and brawls because Watson has to okay him early, otherwise Watson gets stopped. Yeah, I was surprised that when he went after Bolotiniks, he punched himself out, and I don't think he threw. I mean, yeah, he threw a few punches, but I didn't think it was enough to punch himself out. You know what I'm saying? And it took him a while to recover. His recovery time, it was not impressive. You know, um, his recovery time just, he was just, and then Virgil had to like really coach him through, telling him to keep up his jab and step to the right and go to the body. And so his boxing IQ, we got to see it. Like I said, we got to see him in another good fight. See if this was just a, what I'm saying, this was just a little test. See if he get better, see if he can develop a little bit more. Like you said, I don't think he's ready for the world stage right now. You know, uh, when you just watching these lower level fighters, you look like a world beater, but as you move up in competition, that's that's when you start, what I'm saying, seeing the flaws and seeing the problems in your offense and defense. And Bolotniks was a tough. He was a tough cookie. You know what I'm saying? You can't just look at his boxing record and think that he's going to get washed because this guy came in at a fight, and I was impressed by how he absorbed Buatsi power. And even though he ended up, knocking him down and knocking him out, I was impressed by that. And even though I never heard of Botliniks, um, so but yes, sir. So who you think gonna win out of the who you think gonna win tonight out of Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine, Aegis Kavalaskas? That's the next one I'm gonna catch coming on. Hey, who you guys think gonna win in that fight? And what's his name? John Cashmere coming on with Gilmore Rigondeaux. Who you guys think gonna win? Who you got? Anybody? Who you guys got? Let's see. Yeah. So that's the next one I'm looking forward to. I think I think I think Virgil Ortiz is gonna beat Mean Machine, but if Virgil Ortiz going there getting wild, thinking he's just gonna wash Green Machine. Let me see, Mean Machine. I keep calling him Green Machine. Let's see, Mean Machine has gas tank issue. I think Mean Machine does well early but gets stopped late. Yeah, but Mean Machine can crack. And if Virgil Ortiz going there getting wild like he does, going there and opens up, he could get KO'd by Mean Machine. Cause Mean Machine got one punch power. I think he can. I think he can crack. And if Virgil Ortiz get in there, he can get Andy Lee. He can do an Andy Lee on Virgil Ortiz. Come off them ropes, crack, and it's over. I can see that happening because Virgil Ortiz fall in love with his offense like a Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? Amir Khan get tied up in his hand speed and to be whipping your ass, and then boop, he just crack you. He get, he's out of there. I can see that happening. I don't know about Virgil Ortiz's chin. I've never seen him really rocked, but I think Mean Machine would be the one to do that because he's stepping up, and I think he'll step up from Maurice Hooker, and yeah, from Samuel Vargas that Virgil Ortiz fought. I think he's a step up from those guys, and it's gonna be a pretty good one. You know what I'm saying? For Virgil, good little test. And as far as Rigondeaux and Cashmere, that's going to be a good one. I don't know what style Rigondeaux is going to try to come out with because if he comes out boxing, he probably would wash him. But if he come out there trying to go toe to toe with Cashmere, it's going to be an early night. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be good night eye rings for Rigondeaux because he's 40 years old. He's not going to be able to sit in there and brawl with the younger power punching Cashmere. So, um, you know, so what do you guys think about that fight? Cash Rigondeaux and John Cashmere. What y'all think? Who you got? Let's see. Oh, he says Virgil. My man says Virgil Ortiz is good, but he also gets hit a bit too often. And the real deal in welterweight is boots. Yeah, if he stays at 147. Yeah, I heard that. Boots Ennis was considering going up to 160. I don't know how true that is, but that's the rumor that he's thinking about going up to 160. And but there's nobody at 160 for him really to fight, except for Jamal Charlo. Triple G ain't fighting him, and and maybe Demetrius Andrade. He could probably get that work in and beat those guys, but it's so much at 147 for him. I wouldn't, and then he would be skipping the 154 division. So there's a lot of competition there. 154 is going to be lit, because if Errol Spence Jr. goes up after he fights Crawford or after he fights Ugas, man, 154. And if Bruce Ennis decides to go up to 154, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, they're all headed to 150. All arrows points to 154. It's going to be 154 is going to be it's going to be lit, bro. That's going to be one division with all the fighters in it, and it's going to be the glamour division. Let's see. Say Rigondeaux versus Cashmere is a pick'em fight. Rigo does not have the output to outpoint Cashmere, but Rigondeaux got that power. So me, not sure how this one goes. Well, like I said, if Rigondeaux come out and box like he usually box, I don't know if he can still, keep up the pace and move the way he used to move. Because being at 40 years old, it's kind of Father Time is undefeated, and what I'm saying. But using that pure boxing form, like he beat Nonito Donaire, pretty convincingly, and he's a power puncher too. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's better than Casemiro, technically anyway. He's way technically better than Casemiro. So Casemiro is athletic and explosive, and he has a lot of punching power. But I don't think he'll be able to. If Rigondeaux decides to box, it'll be his age, I believe, where he would be able to catch him. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe after 4 or 5 rounds, Rigondeaux probably start to slow down if you tag him to the body, break him down to the body, and if you get caught, you know what I'm saying. But if he able to box, you know what I'm saying, he could be. I believe he could beat Casimir. I don't think he's that good. You know what I'm saying, as far as technically speaking. I think maybe Rigondeaux, he's not afraid. He's been in there. He's got a lot of experience, and You know what I'm saying? He should be able to weather the storm and be able to beat this young lion. You know. So yeah, but you think it's a pick'em fight, huh? But those are the fights that I'm gonna be catching. You know what I'm saying? As far as what's on, I got the zone. And what is that coming on? Rigging the Like what channel is that coming on? Because I think it's about to start. Yeah, I think that one's about to start. So I just wanted to chop it up a little bit about the Buatsi because I thought he, probably is like the next one to kind of like come on the scene. And I'm gonna catch this. I'm gonna catch this Virgil Ortiz fight, and I'll catch you guys back. I'll do a post fight review, what I'm saying, after it's all done. But come on back and see me, and I appreciate you guys for stopping through. This has been Pool Kind of Boxing, and I'll see you guys, what I'm saying, after the fights. Okay. All right, showtime. Okay. I'll see you guys after the fights, man.